Hey guys, this is Stabz of Dragon Champions Journey, and I'm here to bring you some information that I think is really going to get you excited. So, what we have here is the first legendary event that's coming out for Dragon Champions. And that event is to unlock the character Solius. Now, before we get into that, I want to tell you about where I get all of my information. A lot of people ask me, Stabz, where do you get your information? I get my information about Dragon Champions at beadc.info. This website is absolutely awesome. It has tier lists, rune guides, beginner guides. It has all types of information. It's going to show you what type of equipment you need for your characters to level them up, what type of runes go best on which characters, and how you're going to want to farm your characters so you can best use your energy and your refreshes. Because there's nothing more frustrating than investing in a character in one of these types of hero collectors and then regretting it later on down the line. So that's why I can't recommend beadc.info enough, because that's where you'll find all the information that you need to be a Dragon Champion. Alright guys, so we're going to get into the first legendary event, and that's to unlock the character Solius. Now, Solius is a healer character for the Order faction. He's also a human. So you might be saying, we're probably going to need humans to unlock this character, but you could not be more wrong. In fact, the chosen faction is going to be orcs. So that means that you're going to need orcs to unlock Solius. Now, from what I've read, it looks like you're going to need at least a 5-star orc to unlock a 5-star Solius. For example, at the level 1 rating, you'll be required to have all 1-star characters, 2 2-star characters, 3 3-star, so on and so forth to the final level, where you're going to need all 7-star characters to defeat a level 7-star legendary event. And this is a very typical way for these types of events to run, so that's going to be something that you're going to want to keep in mind in the future, is you might want to farm up factions that you might not necessarily farm in order to keep legendaries for other factions in mind that you do want to unlock for the squads that you're investing in. How difficult will the event be? Well, it might actually be easier than you think. So the level 5-star event is going to have level 60 enemies, but they're going to be gear level 6. Now, something that happens at level 52 is that you unlock gear level 7. So if you're keeping up with gearing your characters and you get to level 60, you're going to be a full gear level or more ahead of them. So there's a very good chance that you'll be able to beat this event that way. So it would make sense then that you might be able to unlock Solius with a minimally geared team. So you're going to need orcs to unlock Solius, so that means that you're going to be looking at Tromgar, Mortha, Rantha, Corcoran, and Mar as the main characters. Now, we might be able to unlock Hardark and Mordoom in the future, but right now, most people aren't going to have these characters available to them. So how are you going to be able to get your orcs where you want them? Well, Tromgar unlocks very easily through achievements in the game, and he's an outstanding character, so that's a really easy one. Mortha, Rantha, and Corcoran are all farmable through hard missions that are very early on in the game, so you actually shouldn't have that much trouble farming these characters up. Now, Mar might be the only problem, because Mar is only available to farm in much later missions or in the arena shop, so you will probably need to have a pretty high arena rank. In fact, according to beadc.info, what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to be between the rank of 2500 and 1000, and if you can stay there, then you're going to have a really good chance of farming up Mar just in time for the event. So now that we've taken a look at the requirements, why don't we take a look at the character that you're going to unlock. So Solius is an amazing character. His speed is 155, his health is about 22,000, his shields are about 57,000, his magic damage is nearly 3,000, and those are the most important stats that you're going to want to keep in mind for your healer type character. So let's compare Solius to Illyria. And when we compare their stats, Illyrria's speed is 126 compared to Solius's 155, so that means that she's about 17% slower. Her health is about 5,000 lower, and her shields are over 20,000 lower. So she really doesn't have any advantages. In fact, her magic damage is 200 lower additionally as well, so there's no reason not to use Solius. When we take a look at Patriarch Quee's speed, he comes in at only 1 speed higher than Illyria at 127, so his speed is still dwarfed by Solius's. But he does have a bit more health, and his shields are about the same, but he does have 300 less magic damage. So again, Solius is still essentially the best character as far as healers go. You're going to be very hard pressed to find anyone who's going to compare to him. Just looking at raw stats, Solius is outright the best healer in the game. So now that we've taken a look at Solius' stats, why don't we take a look at his skills. His basic ability is Raging Sun. Raging Sun deals 210% of magic damage to an enemy, and has a 20% chance to restore 1 turn of a random ability. If Nithiel is on the battlefield, she's summoned to health. So he gets an assist on his basic, and additionally has a chance to restore 1 turn of a random ability. That's really good. I mean, what more do you want? An assist on your basic? Solius' next ability is Light Wave. He heals all allies for 600% of his magic damage. That is insane. When you think about single targets, I mean, that's when you'd get something like 600%, but instead he is healing everyone for 600%. He doesn't even compare to other healers. To give you an idea, Illyria's ability that heals all of her allies only heal for 350%, so he is incredibly powerful as a healer. So save your magic damage runes for Solius. His third ability is Ammo's Blessing. He heals an ally for 40% of their max health, applies an armor increase, a tenacity increase, haste, a damage increase, and cheat death for 2 turns. Solius' fourth ability is a passive called Inspiration. When the battle starts, all allied human tanks receive armor increase for 3 turns, all allied human healers and tacticians receive cheat death for 3 turns, and all allied human fighters receive a potency buff for 3 turns. If Nithiel is on the battlefield, she receives all these buffs as well. I mean, again, the battle starts, and for your tacticians and your healers, they can't die for the first 3 turns. That's quite a powerful ability. So the last ability we're going to take a look at is Solius' leadership ability called Guardian of the Sun. Allied members of the Order receive a 25% physical damage increase and a 25% magic damage increase. So, I mean, you're going to buff your team to the 9s with this type of thing. You're going to increase Solius' healing. I mean, that 600% is going to get increased by another 25%, and with his massive magic damage, you're looking at a crazy amount of healing. So the second part is all allied humans receive a 10% counterattack chance, and it increases for each living human in the party. So he's going to give everyone in his party a 50% counterattack chance. That is so powerful. I mean, I've been using Tromgar all of the time because his ability to counterattack is absolutely amazing. So I think that this ability is going to be almost second to none. Finally, we get to the last few parts. All allied elves receive a 5% crit chance increase for each living elf in the party, and all allied pandas receive a 5% potency increase for each living panda in the party. So Solius also has some versatility here. Now, I would not recommend him using him in anything but a human squad, because that counterattack ability is just far too powerful for you to pass up. So if you're going to unlock Solius, one of the things you're probably going to be thinking about are synergies. Now, Solius, again, has the best synergy with humans. So when we look at humans, I think that the best squad is probably going to be something like Snorri, Freezard, Little Baddie, Solius, and then you're going to have your choice of Darien, Eric Shieldbreaker, or Robin Bad. And I think you're probably going to want to go with someone who's more DPS oriented, like Eric Shieldbreaker or Robin Bad, because you're not going to need tanks when Solius is dishing out so much healing. In addition to that, you're going to want high attackers because of Solius' counterattack ability that he gives to the whole squad. You're going to want much more damage firing back than you are tankiness. Alright, so now that we've covered pretty much everything you need to know, when are you going to be able to unlock Solius? Well, the devs have given us tons of notice, so the event actually starts on the 6th of November. So that's when you're going to get the opportunity to engage in this event, whatever it may be. But it's going to end on the 13th, so you're going to only have that window to unlock this character until the event comes around again. An important thing to keep in mind is don't get discouraged if you don't unlock Solius the first time around. There are a lot of players who are going to be very new to the game, so the best thing you can do is prepare for the next time this event comes back. Now, when this event is going to come back, we're not entirely sure of. We don't have any information on the epic or legendary cycle of events and when they're going to be scheduled or how they're going to work at all. So that's just something to keep in mind moving forward. There's a lot of time before the Solius event, so there's a lot of time for the devs to drop packs in the stores that might have special offers to power up your orc squad so you can get it to where you need to be before the Solius event kicks off. Our next video is going to be our Orc faction review, and then after that we should have enough footage to show you guys the Dragon Raid and come up with some strategies for that as well. Because there's a lot to those fights. You're going to want to use certain squads against certain bosses like Solius, Mega Wheel, and Hard Orc, and then finally against the dragon itself. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really hope that you enjoyed your time here, and we really hope that this was an informative video. So if you can, hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Stay frosty.